Hi everyone, welcome to Stampin' Storytellers. My name is Brandy and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sundre, Alberta. Today we are going to make this fun Halloween treat box. Because Halloween might be a little bit different this year for my friends, nephews, close family, I'm going to send little boxes or gift them next time I see them. So this is a fun size box. I did this same size box last year for Christmas, and it fits a container of hand lotion or body butter. Lots of them are similar sizes. I'll put this here so you can see it. So we'll start with a piece of basic black cardstock. And we're going to score it first. So our piece of basic black is 5.5 inches wide by, oh no, I lied. It's 6.5 inches wide by 10.5 inches long. I was looking at my other box measurements. So we're just going to score, and I'll bring out my long arm as well. So we'll start on the long side. We're going to score at 1/2 inch. And then I like to do my 1/2 inch on the end so that I can hold it nicely. I find it's hard when you're putting it in here to hold it straight. So that's your first scoring line, is 1/2 inch. Then I'm doing it at 4 inches, 5.5, oops, and 9. You could also use your Simply Scored scoring board to do this. But this is a nice feature on our Stampin Trimmer. This one is at 1.5 and 5. So those are all of our score marks. Now we will fold on all of those scores and burnish with your bone folder. That helps your boxes really line up and gives you a nice tight crease on your paper. And 2 long sides. So this is how all of our score lines look. I find it easiest to cut when the score lines are facing me. Then I can see exactly where the score line is and whether I want to cut off the score line or if I cut right down the middle. So I'll bring in my template here and we'll start from there. So it looks the same. So I'm going to trim off these corners. So you trim off that corner, then I'm going to notch this part on an angle. So I'll do the same on this side. So this is our little flap for the top of the box. I just always hold it this way. Then we will trim, I'm going to trim these into tabs. And I always cut off that score line so that your edge, this edge is a nice crisp edge. And trim this one into tabs. And this edge one. Then we'll rotate it and do the same thing. These 2 narrow pieces are your tabs that hold your box together. And this tab. Now you'll see I left both of these longer sections straight. I didn't make them a tab, but we are going to want to make the top ones a tab. So this is your box, just like this. So this is the lid. We want those 2 to be on an angle so that the box closes nicely. You could also cut this whole section in half, but I find the box stays together really nicely when I have a full tab. We just need it to be on an angle so that it closes nicely. And I'm doing quite a large angle. So there's my box. Now the only glue we want to put on are on these 4 tabs. So I'll put some on this tab. And this one. And that's going to fold in. And you can just hold, because we left this side straight, just hold that tight. And we can do the other side. Now our front 2. And now, because we notched these 2, they'll fold in nicely, and then your front tab folds in, so you have your perfect little box. So the finished dimensions are 3.5 by 3.5, obviously, by 1.5. So it's a nice size box that would fit lots of different types of gifts. My next piece is going to be a piece of basic black cardstock that is just 1/8 of an inch smaller, so it's a 3 3/8 square. And then you'll need a whole bunch of your tailored tag punch. I've pre-punched a few of each side, or a few of each color. I have Mango Melody, Crushed Curry, and Basic Gray. And then I've also embossed one of each color with one of the texture weave embossing folders. It comes in a 2-pack, and they are sized for the mini Stampin' Cut machine, but they obviously work in the larger machines as well. So I'll bring in a piece of scrap paper, and we also need a little strip of Mango Melody. And I'm going to stamp 2 spiders. Let me see if I can find my stamp set now. The stamp set I'm using is Festive Corners. So I'm going to use this little spider and this Happy Halloween sentiment. And there's lots of other ones you could put on there as well, and a really nice cobweb or spider web. So that stamp set is in our holiday catalog. And yeah, I'll do these in black. And just stamp the spider on the right hand side of one of your tags and the left hand side of the other one. Then on one of our Crushed Curry pieces in Crushed Curry ink, I'm going to use the star image and stamp those all random on there. This would be a great stamp to make your own background paper. Then on our strip of Mango Melody, I'm going to take this corner stamp, and I only want the part that says Happy Halloween. So I'm just going to take a Post-it note and put it right close to there so that it covers the other letters. Then I'm going to ink it up in Memento Black. Take my Post-it note off so that I don't have any ink on those extra letters that I don't need, and stamp that down. And this is just a 1/2 inch strip of Mango Melody. And that's all the stamping we're doing. Now we get to make this fun background. This is one of my favorite techniques. Any punch or die cut that fits like this when you have a whole bunch of them to choose from is my favorite. So I'm going to start this Mango Melody one right off, just a little bit off the edge. And I do that because, put that down a little bit. The way that I did this one, I wasn't really looking, and I had to piece in 2 tiny little pieces. And if we just scooch this one over a little bit, then we won't have to do that. Then I'm just going to copy my other one, but you can do it in whatever way you'd like. Now we will have one there, but that's okay. Then I'll take this spider one and fit that in right there. So now I have this fun background design with the basic black sticking through there. And then this sentiment, I'm just going to trim down to the right length. And I'll adhere that on here. Just like that. And then personally, I don't buy very many Halloween only stamp sets. I like this one because it has different holidays in it, and you can use these ones and the little florals all year round. But I do have this little pterodactyl guy from the Dino Dies. So I'm going to put him on here, and I'm just going to add a dimensional to each of his wings. And maybe a mini one on his body. And stick him on there. And he is cut out of our black glimmer paper that is in our current holiday catalog. Now I can adhere this onto the top of my box. And we are finished. You could also decorate the sides, or if you weren't going to do a background like this on the front and you were just using designer series paper, you could put designer series paper on all 4 sides. But because it's Halloween and I like the look of a nice clean black box ready to put all of our candy in. So I'll show you how many candies it holds. So my daughter put all of these in here. So we have 2 Kit Kats, 3 Kit Kats, 2 mini cookies and cream, and 2 boxes of Smarties. All fit in there, and there's probably room for a couple more. And closes just like that. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to purchase any of the products I used or any other Stampin' Up! Products, please visit my online store, stampinstorytellers.stampinup.net. Use my current host code and receive a make and take packet in the mail, as well as a free gift from me. And if you spend over $100, you'll receive a free package of rhinestones. You can choose our basic rhinestones or the holiday rhinestones, whichever you'd like. After you place your order, you can just let me know which ones you choose, and I will mail those to you afterwards. Thanks so much for joining me, and have a great day. Bye.